Welcome to the broadcast and live stream of Moonshot Radio. Moonshot Radio is generously sponsored by the PNC Grow Up Great program. And here's your host, Dr. Nivea Torres.
Greetings and welcome to Moonshot Radio, where every moment is an opportunity to learn. I'm your host, Nivea Torres, Executive Director of the Kindergarten Readiness Collaborative, also known as KRC. Our vision is that all children in Indian River County will be ready for kindergarten. We proudly partner with the Moonshot Moment, who is transforming the next generation in Indian River County by having 90% of all students reading on grade level by the third grade. Joining me today in the studio to talk about an upcoming March of Dimes event are Melanie Johnson, Brooke Flood, and Major Eric Flowers.
Hey,
welcome, everybody.
Hello.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining me today on Moonshot Radio. Melanie, I'm going to start with you for our viewers and our listeners. Share a little bit about what March of Dimes is all about.
March of Dimes is fighting for the health of all moms and babies. You know, we actually started out 82 years ago when we were founded for the sole purpose of eradicating polio, which we successfully did by the mid-1950s. We have prematurity research centers around the country that are trying to find out now why babies are born too soon. But the walk that's coming up on February 29 is all about moms and babies, walking for the health of moms and babies.
Melanie, and I saw on your website that you have some statistics that are a little alarming. So every hour, there are about 2 babies that die in the U.S., and
That's
every
true.
12 hours, there is a mom who dies as a result of complications during pregnancy.
Yes, and that's shocking to me, totally shocking to me. But we're trying to slow that process down, improve the situation for moms by helping them with the proper health care that they need.
Raising awareness.
Exactly.
So, Major, I want to ask you, because you're this year's chair of the March of Dimes, correct?
I am, yes.
Congratulations for that, Major.
I'm honored to be asked to do that, and certainly happy to do that. We're there every year participating, and it's certainly a great honor this year to be the chair.
Why is this such an important issue, Major, and certainly an honor and a distinction for you to be the chair this year?
Well, a lot of folks know, but my wife is a labor and delivery nurse at the hospital at Cleveland Clinic, Indian River. And when our son was born 4 years ago, she went into preterm labor, and we actually spent a month in Winnie Palmer in Orlando. And we thought we were going to have a premature baby by about 2 months. So she went in like the first day of the third trimester. And so we realistically were going to be in a situation where a lot of other parents are. Fortunately, Winnie Palmer did some amazing things. They were able to stop that labor, and he was born at 39 weeks, and everything was fine. But I'm aware, and we learned a lot about the process, and, they prepared us that we were going to have a premature baby, that the challenges that come along with that. And I've seen it, in our community. My wife sees it every day as a labor and delivery nurse, and we know that it's an important cause, that we need to help those moms and babies out, because the more we can do for them, first we got to prevent it, if we can. But if not, we've got to have the resources available to help those folks who do have premature babies. It's important.
Major, thank you for sharing that story, because
Sure.
I think it's important for our viewers and our listeners to put this issue into context, Melanie.
Absolutely.
Now, Major talked about premature births and his little one, Melanie. Can you define for us what is premature birth? How many weeks are we talking about here?
Premature birth is considered to be any baby that is born less than 37 weeks of gestation. And right now in the state of Florida, that's 1 in 10 babies that's born too soon. And actually that premature birth rate has increased minutely, but each year for the last 4 years has gone up again. So we are trying to find out why women go into labor too soon and what we can be done to help them.
Now, I know you also have a personal connection with the March of Dimes, Brooke. Yes. So please share with our viewers and our listeners, why is this event so important to you?
So I was honored to be a part of it about 2 years ago. Melanie and Todd Racine, principal at Special Middle, was chair at that point, asked me to come on board and become involved. One, because of my position here with the district, many of our little ones that come into us are born prematurely. So we're able to provide services to many of those students who are eligible for any type of service that we can provide, be it a classroom, speech, language, and that sort. But personally, and it'll be, I can't even believe it, 6 years on Friday, my sister went into early labor. She was 24 weeks, 4 days. She was here in Vero, and as Major Flowers said, was rushed to Winnie Palmer. My sister delivered my nephew at 24 weeks, 4 days. He weighed just about a pound. Smallest, tiniest little guy you've ever seen. My favorite picture is of my sister and my brother-in-law's wedding ring on his arm, and it was no bigger than my pinky. And to see him at that moment was just breathtaking. I look at him today and still can't believe that my sister traveled from February 21st until the end of July every day to Winnie Palmer to be with him, to hold him, to cuddle him, to nurse him as much as she could, and then to have him finally come home, a little bit of oxygen, but then within a few months, by October, he was breathing on his own and everything was great. And now looking at him, you would not know that that child came into the world 16 weeks early. So I am personally touched by our families that go through this. I came at it secondhand, but saw what my sister went through and just the stress. And she's still close with her nurses, her doctors. Everybody just comes together for those moms who need that special care for when their little ones are struggling and fighting. And he was a fighter, man, and he just
Certainly is.
He
Definitely still is.
Yeah, and he was a lucky one as well because he was breathing when he was born. They weren't able to keep him breathing, but he was breathing at birth. So we always felt like that was kind of our mark that he was going to be successful and thriving. And he is. He'll be 6 on Friday, February 21st.
Wow. Wow. What a blessing. Yes. Major, you talked about the fact that you and your wife were educated about the fact that you could potentially have a premature baby. Do you think that's certainly the key in raising awareness, having those conversations, being educated about the topic, and now in your role as chair to raise awareness here in our county about this issue itself?
Absolutely. I've participated in this event probably 5 or 6 years now. Been out there helping out. And, the awareness part is such a big component. When you see the folks, we'll be doing the lay ceremony as part of it, where, Brooke will be presenting moms who had premature babies with a lay, like a Hawaiian lay. And of course, unfortunately, there are some that lose babies to premature birth as well. And it's always just such a moving part of the entire ceremony. But it puts into perspective for the community a day for people to come out and see how many people this really affects. I didn't know Brooke's story. Brooke didn't know my story before we came in here today. Right. But it touches a lot of people here in our community. And so March of Dimes does a great job of getting that word out. And, we have a team over at the sheriff's office that we've got folks that it's impacted at our agency, and they come together and they raise money and they say this is important to us. And every year we have Team Sheriff in there, and a lot of other community organizations and businesses come together to do the same thing. So it shows, every year when you get to see those teams come out, that somebody on that team has been touched by this. And so you don't always know who it is, but somebody's been touched by premature birth or something. And so it's good to see that. And it's good to be around other folks who have experienced the same things.
That connection is important because you just shared. I mean, you didn't necessarily know Brooke's personal story, but now we're sharing and we know that. And I think there's so much power in that because somehow someone, whether it's a neighbor, a friend, someone who's been through this experience. So we're connected and we're raising awareness. So let's actually talk a little bit about the event. The event takes place when and where, Melanie?
Saturday, February 29th.
Leap Day.
It's at Riverside Park.
Leap Day.
Yes. It's at Riverside Park in the end of the Oaks area, and the walk is about 2.5 miles if the walkers go around the park 3 times. It's all held within the park this year. We used to walk over the bridges. It was a 6-mile walk, and we've cut it down so it's a little safer.
So it's
location.
it's just walking around
Within the
Riverside Park here in
Yes.
Vero Beach, and it's 2.5 miles. It's a walk, not a walk-run.
Correct. We do have some people that like to run, so they run it very quickly.
Because we have a runner here. That's why I ask. I know we have
Some do
we
run.
have a runner. Okay.
Yeah.
And then how can people find out more about the walk?
They can go on to marchforbabies.org and just look for the Vero Beach Walk. Indian River County it's called, but it's in Vero Beach. And it's very easy to access the website, sign up as a team, sign up as an individual walker. It's really a very helpful website that can get your team going very strongly. And because the walk is so much earlier this year, we are encouraging all of our teams to continue fundraising throughout the year. And of course, the school district has their annual campaign in the month of March. So we're kind of using the walk on February 29 as a rally for the school district. They were our number one team last year, raised just shy of $10,000 for the March for Babies.
Wow. And there are a number of teams, like the major said, the sheriff's office also has a team and they get involved. So they support the cause. Melanie, as you were talking, we brought up the website. So for our viewers, they caught that. But for the people who are tuning in and listening, do you have a number or a website that we want to share before we take a break?
They can call me at 561-290-0905 or just go to the marchforbabies.org website.
Excellent. Well, we're going to take a break to hear from our sponsors, and we will be right back.
At the Kindergarten Readiness Collaborative, our vision is for every parent, regardless of income or zip code, to have the knowledge and tools they need to raise healthy children that are prepared for kindergarten. Our mission is to support our partners in developing a high-quality early childhood system that is family-centered. Our outreach and parent engagement specialists connect with families and build trusted relationships. KRC has chosen Fellsmere and Gifford as our two focus areas in Indian River County. Our Fellsmere office is located downtown in the city annex, and our new Gifford office is located within Victory Park Apartments. Our administrative offices are now located adjacent to Healthy Start and Treasure Coast Community Health in Vero Beach. Kindergarten Readiness Collaborative, developing a high-quality early childhood system for all children in Indian River County.
Everyday activities are great for funding moments for talking and teaching new words. Babies' brains grow 80% in the first 18 months of life. As parents and your baby's first teacher, you can help build their brain with language and literacy skills. Involve the whole family. Ask questions. The more words babies hear, the larger their vocabulary can grow. Support early childhood education by talking, reading, singing, and family engagement. This message has been brought to you by PNC Grow Up Great and the Florida Grade Level Reading Campaign.
Hi, I'm Wesley Davis, your Indian River County property appraiser. It's that time of year again. We want every Florida resident eligible to receive a homestead exemption to get it. If you currently have homestead exemption and there have been no changes in ownership as of January 1st, not to worry. Your homestead exemption will automatically be renewed. However, if you are a new homeowner or have experienced an ownership change due to a sale, marriage, divorce, or family loss, you may need to update your homestead information. But here's some good news. New homestead applications may now be filed online. Go to the property appraiser's all-new redesigned website at ircpa.org and click on the Homestead Online button. It's fast and it's easy. Of course, we are still happy to see you. You can still file in person at any of our 3 convenient locations in Vero Beach, in Sebastian, or on Oceanside on Cardinal Drive. Either way, online or in person, remember to file your homestead exemption. The deadline to file is March 1st, and don't forget to tell them Wesley sent me.
If your household income in 2019 was $56,000 or less, the United Way of Indian River County wants to help you get your taxes done for free. Let our knowledgeable IRS-certified volunteers save you the stress and prepare and file your taxes for you. Visit UnitedWayIRC.org/taxes for details on all VITA sites in Indian River County. Sites include Vero Beach at the United Way and the Up Center, Sebastian Chamber of Commerce, and Fellsmere Community Enrichment Center. Want to file your taxes yourself online for free? Visit myfreetaxes.com IRS.com for another easy way to file. The United Way of Indian River County wants to help you get all the tax credits you're entitled to without having to pay. To get all of the details, go online at unitedwayirc.org/taxes. Once there, find out how you can file your taxes free online or call 772-203-5766 to make an appointment at one of the VITA sites listed. Maximize your refund. Call 772-203-5766 to make your appointment. That's right, 772-203-5766.
We're back to Moonshot Radio, where every moment is an opportunity to learn. I'm your host, Nivea Torres, Executive Director of KARC, and joining me in the studio are Major Eric Flowers, Brooke Flood, and Melanie Johnson, and they are here today to talk to us about March of Dimes. Major, I want to talk to you again and talk to us a little bit about the sponsors of this event and the folks that we really need to thank because they really support March of Dimes.
Absolutely. You know, Publix is such a great partner organization for our state. I'm excited that they're a part of what we do for March of Dimes, but I can't tell you how many things I'm involved in that Publix is, right there by our side. Anything that our community needs, Publix is always there for us. And of course, when we stepped out and said we're going to do this in our community, Publix was right there just like they always are. And so we're always amazed at their participation. They always have a team that's out there to be there with us. And we're certainly grateful for all the employees, the management, the staff, just an amazing organization from a statewide level. And we're just really happy to be partnered with them. Also, we have to thank Schlitz Services, a great insurance company here in town. They've been a great partner as well. They help out, with so many different community events, and of course, they signed up to help. And so we're proud to be part of that. The Sheriff's Office is participating, as well as many other great businesses and organizations around our community. So we're thankful for them.
Major, and during the break, we were talking a little bit about exercise. So I know you're a serious athlete. Let's give a plug. Let's give a plug to people who really should sign up as a team, Major. How do we encourage them?
Absolutely. It's not a race. It's not a lot of folks participate in 5Ks and things around town. It's not one of those. But it is a day, a leap day, to get out there and exercise and be there with other folks who have experienced similar things. So we want you to come out and just exercise with us. And if you've got a group, whether you don't have to be affiliated with, any business or anything like that. If you're just a team that gets together and runs, we love to have you. You come out and walk with our folks. And if you want to run, that's fine too. Bring a few dollars with you and put it into the March of Dimes bank account. We'd appreciate it.
Thank you, Major. Mm-hmm. Now, Brooke, how are the schools in the county involved?
So we are really excited. As many people in the community know, each month we do what's called Casual for a Cause, where our schools fundraise for different organizations, and March is our March for Babies campaign. So starting on Thursday, Melanie will be at our principals meeting. Yes. She will be sharing the information. Go Glendale Gators. They are currently in the lead. In the lead. And I know when Mr. Faust and his team hears that, it's going to motivate him even more.
Let's raise more.
But yes, so our schools will be on a mission for the month of March, collecting money through their Casual for a Cause, where schools can determine how they want to raise the money. They might have a dress down day, wear a hat day, or a crazy sock day, something to fundraise for that, the recipient of the Casual for a Cause.
And Melanie was telling me before we went on the air that last year the school really was able to collect a significant amount.
The district did a
for
great
the
job.
March of Dimes. So we thank the school district for that, and we encourage them this year to raise even more, even more on March of Dimes. Melanie, let's make sure that we give all the logistics about the event. So Saturday, February 29th, what time should people show up?
We'll have registration open at 7:30 a.m. We'll also have stage entertainment. We've got a DJ that'll be playing some music. We'll have an MC making announcements. We have the Sea Turtles cheerleading squad coming out to do some performances for the walkers. We'll have the superhero sprint that Publix is sponsoring again this year, and that's for children in 3 different age brackets. They get a purple cape to wear during the sprint, and it has, of course, Publix logo on it, but we have a lot of superheroes that run with us that time. Mm-hmm. The walk will actually get underway right about 8:30, but beforehand and after the walk, we'll have some bagels and water and juices for all of the walkers to enjoy, and it has some great camaraderie. We'll also be doing the lace ceremony that was mentioned earlier, And that is where we ask any parent or couple that has had a preterm baby or a baby with a birth defect to come up and receive a purple lei. But for parents that have suffered a loss of a child, which unfortunately there's always too many of them, they get a white lei placed around their neck. The event basically is from 7:30 to about 10:30 or 11. And we encourage everyone to come out and walk. You don't have to be signed up on our website to come out and participate.
You can just show up that day, Melanie.
Yes,
it's okay if I don't get a chance to register.
Right. And of course, we'd like them to make a small donation in the March of Dimes, for coming out. But we just want people to come out and become more aware of what the March of Dimes is all about.
Do you have a target for fundraising for this year that we're looking at closely, Melanie?
On our website, it shows that our local goal is $35,000. And that is just local teams and local sponsors, such as Cleveland Clinic, Indian River Hospital is one of our partners, the Kiwanis Club of Vero and Treasure Coast, Miami Children's Hospital, and I'm forgetting.
I think Wayne has the website. If he scrolls down a little bit, we might be able to see
some other sponsors.
Scroll down a little bit, Wayne. We might be able to see our sponsors.
They were down there. There
they are. There we go.
PL.
Yes, FPL.
Yes.
Yeah. Cleveland Clinic, yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Melanie, how long has this event been taking place?
Around the country, it's actually 50 years old this year. We're celebrating the 50th anniversary. It started off back in 1970 and was called Walk America. And it was held in most major cities around the country. And back then, the walk was actually 26 or 27 miles.
Wow.
And they sometimes did it over 2 days.
What happened?
So
We're
50th anniversary.
From 26 to 2.5 miles.
Boost that up.
Wow.
That's 50th anniversary. So we're very happy about that. And I might mention, too, any walker that as an individual fundraiser raises $100 or more will get one of our walkers' T-shirts.
Oh, so there's motivation.
Oh, absolutely.
For our viewers and our listeners. So again, we want to repeat Saturday, February 29th. Be there how early, Melanie?
7:30.
7:30. And if you don't register on the website, you can still show up. You can show up with a team, but make sure that you make a generous contribution to the March of Dimes because that's what we're looking for. We want the entire community, right, Major, to be out, to show up.
Love to see everybody out there. Come out and join us and just come see all the folks that this impacts. It's a good thing for our community to come out and see.
We're already forecasting good weather.
Yes.
It's going to have good weather. It's going to be a great time. I wish you much success, Melanie.
Thank you.
I did a little bit of research before the show, and I learned some things myself that I didn't know about premature births, not only here in the U.S., but worldwide. This is a worldwide issue that we really need to raise awareness. And I want to thank Major Eric Flowers and Brooke Flood for really sharing their own personal stories, because in sharing your own personal story, you're raising awareness and helping people really understand the significance of this. It really touches lives and the lives of people that we know and that we care about. So thank you for doing that. Melanie, thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brooke Flood, for joining me. Major Eric Flowers, thank you so much for joining me as well.
Enjoyed it.
And until next time, this has been Moonshot Radio, where every moment is an opportunity to learn.